What's up, guys? So we actually found out quite a bit of news out of Overprime. Overprime officially just went over a name change. They released a little bit of content as well, and then they're making pretty big moves as far as Paragon audience. And my question is more why. We'll talk about it. All right, guys. So let's talk about what just happened today. Today is October 14th, by the way, 2022. So Overprime decided to change their name officially. So now Paragon, the Overprime, right? Very similar to how we saw Fault change their name earlier to Fault Elder Orb, kind of like to match more along the lines of the game that they were, of the movie that they were in. But now we see Overprime do the same, but with the Paragon audience. Now, one of the first things we see on here is a post that they put on Twitter. They say Paragon the Overprime. Overprime has a new name now. We have a lot more content coming, so stay tuned. We have received the official permission from Epic Games to use Paragon as part of our name. More news here, and then they have their Discord link. Now, I will say, I do find it incredibly intriguing. Let me mute that. Sorry. I do find it incredibly intriguing that Overprime went from being a company, excuse me, a company that was doing their own thing, and sorry guys, I'm still sick. A company that was doing their own thing and also wanted their own identity. I'm talking about they renamed the characters to these own unique names, right? Like they were a Paragon successor, but it almost seemed like they were trying their hardest to not directly be to Paragon. And now they kind of flipped the script. My question is more as to why, to be honest, because I think they had good traction, even just being called Overprime, right? I do find it interesting that we're in 2022, towards the end of 2022. We're a good 4 years too late, in my opinion, to try and reach for the Paragon audience. Now, this, like, me seeing them do this, I think that they realize that there's still potential within the Paragon name, right? It's a big marketing move too, stating also that Epic Games gave them permission to use the name Paragon. I mean, that's just a licensing thing, right? At the end of the day, as long as somebody's willing to cough up enough cash, it's like, hey, pay us for the name, we'll let you use the name, no problem. And I know that Epic as a business, right? Now this does put a very interesting, like a fork on the road, because now we have a company like Predecessor that everybody was basically claiming to be Paragon 2.0, and they have the likes of Steve Superville and other Paragon related staff members in the Predecessor team. But now we have Overprime basically saying, hey, we are Paragon. And they even doubled down with another post saying, our beloved Paragon is back. Share it with your friends. Like they're officially saying, hey, we are Paragon, which I do think out of all the games listed between Fault, Predecessor, Overprime is probably the most different to Paragon. So it is interesting that they're doubling down on wanting to be Paragon and even putting hashtag Paragon is back. I wonder how many people are going to be retweeting that and shit like that. But they do show the Steam wish list. They have their official Discord, which is now discord.gg/Paragon the Overprime. I'm not mad at the name. Still think it's a weird flex that they decided to do this, but I think this is them trying to corner the market and be like, hey, forget about the other ones, forget about the other games. Like, we're the ones that you should be focusing on. Which, bold moves by all means, right? They did also release a little bit of art along with everything else. Like this art that we see here, the whole Paragon the Overprime with like the whole Paragon logo. You got like minions in there. You got the little characters and stuff. Dope as fuck. I thoroughly like this picture. I'm actually saving that picture to my computer. Then they also shared this picture, much lower res, but looks like Twin Blast, Shinbi. Pretty standard picture. I'm not mad at it. Kind of cool in its own. And then they also went through and showed the new loading screen art. This is dope. This is dope. I think this looks amazing. The fact that, excuse me, the fact that they're showing, pretty unique cool art, even Twin Blast with this traditional pose that you always see. Like, if this is in game, this looks amazing. Having loading cards for characters like these honestly look really, really good. I like the overall aesthetic. But then they actually show a competitive rank picture. Now, it does kind of seem like this is in game, right? But so we see on here bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and grandmaster. So pretty traditional mobile ranks, right? But it's cool that they're all basically stemming off of the original Paragon logo. So they're doubling down on the fact that they not only have permission to use Paragon, but they have permission to use that prior logo as well. Now, my question honestly would be, what does this mean for the rest? So what does this mean as far as the rest of the game, right? Does this mean that the other games now can't compete? Haven't heard much out of Fault. Haven't heard much out of Predecessor either. I know Predecessor just recently posted that they're still on track for early access 2022. We are in the middle of October. Like, you only got a month and a half, to be real with you. I don't know, bro. Like, well, a month and 3/4, almost 2 months. But yeah, I'm excited to see what these other games are gonna do. But I'm really curious to see what are they going to say, and or how are they going to react as far as this move, because this is a very big move. This basically is tailoring directly towards the Paragon audience, saying, hey, this is where you need to be, this is what you need to look for. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and basically zoom out of that because the quality isn't that great on Twitter. There is a higher quality version of that video on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, honestly, I don't know if I like the fact that Overprime is calling themselves the next Paragon, because to me they were the furthest away from Paragon, even though it is a fun game in its own. And as a standalone game, I mean, by all means, I said it even whenever we participated in the closed beta test, like, they are so different. I would basically say if somebody grabbed Paragon and then grabbed Pokemon Unite, sort of vibes and mechanics and inspiration and stuff like that, because it's much faster game pace. It's very, very different as far as what anyone would expect Paragon wise, right? So it's interesting that the most different are claiming to be the right. But let me know down below what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that Overprime naming themselves the next Paragon is a smart idea? Do you guys think that they should have, quite frankly, stayed as Overprime, just like its own entity? Marketing wise, business wise, do you guys think this makes sense? Is this a good move to alienate or push away those other competitors? Or will something like this, a game that's so different to Paragon, calling themselves Paragon, will that be actual benefit? Would that be a positive for Predecessor and Fault, considering that they are a little bit similar to like OG Paragon, and by that I mean pace of the game, etc., right? So we'll see how it goes. I gotta say, Overprime has been doing great things. In my opinion, Overprime has the best marketing team out of all these teams. Like, their content posting, little clips of their characters, etc. Like, marketing wise, they got it on point. Now, what that means, we'll see. But much love. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Appreciate the likes, the comments. Guys, we've been on this journey covering these these post Paragon games for already years, right? Like I started probably 2019. I think it was like April 2019 when we first tried Predecessor. So just a quick little thank you for everybody that's been supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you like, comment in order to help out this video for the algorithm, and subscribe for future content, because we are going to do content as far as all the remakes, including Overprime, Predecessor, and Fall Elder Orb. But as always, till the next video.